Hey guys, I'm Nick of Bookstore Whatever. Happy to have you back for week 3. I'm really enjoying doing these vlogs, and I hope that you're enjoying watching them because it's a lot more work, but it's a lot more fun. This one's a bit of a longer one, a bit of, settle in, get cozy, and maybe give it a watch. I don't know, some conversations, some bookstores. I go to 3 different bookstores. I buy a lot of books. It's just a great week. It was a great week. I have this package here I was going to open before we get into it. I took the tape off, but I haven't looked in here. This is from Hatchet. I think I'm saying that right. Hatchet Book Group. They sent me something. I actually don't know what it is. And I'm going to just take a peek here before we get into the video. This is called Stories and Seafarers. Thank you for supporting Chronicle Books. Oh, this is really pretty. Stories for Seafarers, 3 unforgettable tales from above and below the waves. That's just really beautiful art there. I like that so much. We got Treasure Island, The Lady of the Sea by H.G. Wells, 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne. I'll rip this open so I can get a better look at him real quick. Man, I been getting some very cool mail lately. It's hard not to feel ultra guilty, but man, I do love looking at these things. That's just a real solid feeling copy. That's the 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea. It's got a quote on the back there. Really, really cool art on the inside there too. I love looking at that. Very sick. The Lady of the Sea by H.G. Wells. Again, another quote on the back there. And Treasure Island, which I read last year, just a classic. Just a classic. A lot of familiar characters that I didn't even know were going to be familiar to me. But that is so cool. Thank you so much to Chronicle Books for sending that over. Very, very cool. Love that. Love that so much. Appreciate it so much. My life is pretty sick. I can't complain about anything. So yeah, let's just kickstart into this week's vlog. I'm starting at a place called By the Lake Books, which I've never been to before. It is in Burlington, Ontario. It's a cool little used bookshop. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. So many mass market Stephen King books here that I've never seen before. Specifically, look at this one for Misery. I've never seen that before. That makes Annie Wilkes look even more terrifying than she already was. This cool copy of The Dead Zone. Also never seen that. The Shining. I've never seen a lot of these. They also have this. This is the original cover for Christine. Obviously, this is the mass market paperback edition, but this one, it's simple, but it's just so cool looking. This is absolutely destroyed edition of The Stand. Love that. Man, this place is pretty sick. Ooh, look at this one. Thinner. Always a bit of a harder one to find. Oh, what's this? Tommyknockers. Always interested. That's a cool copy of the Tommyknockers. That's going to be up next on my list, I think. Not up next, but it's gonna be soon. Bookstore Nick here. I'm in a field again, and I'm actually pretty close to a golf course, so there's a part of me that is a little worried I might just get randomly clocked in the head and be gone forever, but, if that does happen, what a cool way to go. So, whatever. Keep your eyes peeled. So, first bookstore we went to today, I went out with my friend, who is also my wife. We went to the By the Lake Books, I believe it's called, was the first one that we went to. It was lovely, really, really cute bookstore. One of those ones that is just so crammed to the rim, floor-to-ceiling books, tight aisles. One of my favorite situations in a used bookstore, hands down. And it just smelled amazing in there. The owner was so friendly and so kind. I really love this place. And I'm so glad that I popped in here. It's my first time checking it out. And I'm so glad that I did, because I found the coolest book that I think I've ever seen. The coolest cover, anyways. It's a cover of a book that I love. One of my favorite books of all time by one of my favorite authors of all time. And I had never seen it before. Here it is, right here. This is a UK cover of Misery that I've never, ever seen before. It is the scariest cover. And I mean, look at Annie Wilkes on there. That is absolutely horrifying. And Paul Sheldon is in so much pain. It's just really great. And it's one of those exciting moments where, it's a book that I love. I feel like I've seen every Stephen King cover that there is. And then I still get surprised. I find one that I've never seen before. And you know what? I had to grab it. I don't need any more copies of Misery, or I'm trying to do that less. I'm trying to buy multiple copies of books less, because there was a stretch in my reading career about 2 years ago where I was like, oh, I really like that book. I should own 17 copies of it. I'm not doing that anymore. But for special occasions, that is going to be, I couldn't walk away from it. It was too cool. From By the Lake Books, I also got Soul at the White Heat. This is by Joyce Carol Oates. Had to pick this one up because I now have a book that is signed by Joyce Carol Oates, and I just got to get into Joyce Carol Oates now because of that, you know what I mean? I also picked up from that shop, this is by Barbara Kingsolver. This is called Pigs in Heaven. I've never heard of Pigs in Heaven before, but I thought it was very cool. They had a few other Barbara Kingsolver books in there. I bumped into some people that were like, are you Books Are Sick? And I was like, hello, I am Books Are Sick. And we talked for a quick minute, and she mentioned that she is really into Barbara Kingsolver right now. He was really into Stephen King. What a nice blend. And so I was like, oh man, the name is now fresh in my head. Let me go see what they have here. And they had some ones that I had never seen in person before. So Pigs in Heaven is one that I'm looking forward to. From that store, I also picked up this one. This is called Drood, and this is by Dan Simmons, and he wrote The Terror, which is a book that I loved. And this, I think, is about Charles Dickens or something like that, a historical fiction book about Charles Dickens. It sounds really weird and cool. I can't wait for it. So that's going to be a lot of fun. That was it for that bookstore. Lindsay didn't find anything at that one, but man, what a cool shop. I can't wait to go back. I didn't get a ton of videos inside because it was really, really busy, and as I mentioned, it was pretty tight in there, so I didn't want to be like in anybody's face or get in anybody's way, you know what I mean? So I'll try to go back and maybe get some more vids there. But yeah, very cool bookstore, loved it a lot. The other one I went to is one that I know, one that I love. It's called Pickwick Books in Waterdown, Ontario. Really, really beautiful shop, beautiful people, love them there. Lindsay found these Steve Alton books. She got Meg, Hell's Aquarium. Steve Alton's the guy that writes all of those. He writes all of those books that the movie Meg is based off of, and she's really upset by the movies because she says that the books are actually really, really great, and the movies are a bit of a abomination. So she grabbed a few more Meg books because she really, really likes those. From Pickwick Books, first of all, anytime I go into Pickwick Books, I'm dropping all my books here. I'll just let them fall. Anytime I go into Pickwick Books, the first thing I do is I need to check to see if they still have their copy of Red Dragon, which is signed by Thomas Harris. It is out of my budget currently, but I like to make sure it's still there every time I show up because it is just the coolest thing ever. And what's funny is I haven't even read Red Dragon yet. I'm basing it sheerly off of the fact that Red Dragon, the movie, is one of my favorite movies of all time. It's my favorite Silence of the Lambs movie, favorite Hannibal movie, whatever you want to call them. I just love it that much. And so anytime I see that, I just think it's the coolest thing in the world. And I like to know that it is still there so that if I ever do have the means to get it, I can. But yeah, okay, so Lindsay got a few Meg books. Oh, I got this one here. Oh, actually, I got this from... Oh yeah, I got this from Pickwick's. This is called July July. This is by Tim O'Brien. Tim O'Brien wrote The Things We Carried, which is a book I read earlier this year. No, sorry, late last year that I really loved. So looking forward to getting into another Tim O'Brien. He's a really great writer. So that's called July July. I also picked this one. This is called Middlesex. This is by Jeffrey Eugenides. Please tell me how to say that guy's last name. I know I'm not saying it right. Just make fun of me. It's fine. Just let me know how to say it. He wrote The Virgin Suicides, which is a book that I actually started and I loved, and I kind of fell out of it, which is weird. There's a blue jay. What's up, bud? Hey, guy. Hey, bud. Okay, so this is but this is the one that most people say is like his one. My friend Maria says this is like his best book and one of her favorite books too. So I picked that up. I'm going to read that. That's going to be good, I bet. I think that's all that I got from Pickwick's this time. It is. But yeah, really, really sick. Really, really loved it. Love going to indie bookstores. I'm going to try and hit a few more this week if I can. But good start. You know, went to 2. We also dropped off our kids at my parents' house, and for those of you with kids, it's a magical moment when you drop them off and then your parents kind of look at you and they're like, how early do they need to be back? And then you kind of go like, well, what do you mean? And then they're like, well, you know, would tomorrow be okay? And you're like, tomorrow would be amazing. Tomorrow would be lovely. I love you. I love life. Goodbye. So that kind of happened to us today, which is why Lindsay and I were able to get out to a few bookstores by ourselves today, which is great. You know, cute. You know what else we did? I'll move somewhere else and I'll tell you what that was. Don't realistically know if I'm going to find anywhere else. Should I just leave my bag of books there too? I don't know how far I'm going. I haven't seen Another Human yet, so it's probably okay. But Lindsay and I went to go see that new movie, Sinners. We just got back like half an hour ago, and I was like, I'm gonna go out to a field and record videos, and Lindsay was like, okay, I gotta pee, see you soon. And so that's why I'm out here. Sinners was so good. It lived up to the hype. I don't know if you guys have heard of this movie, but it's basically, I actually didn't really know anything about it going into it. I knew it involved vampires and Michael B. Jordan, and that's all I really knew, and that was enough. I was like, okay, bet it's good. And man, what a unique, cool movie. I don't think I've ever, well, at least it's very rare that I leave a movie thinking that, wow, the sound design of that movie was incredible. And that, the sound design in that movie, the music, the noise, it smacks you in the face, and it comes out of nowhere at times, and it's so deep. And oh my gosh, it was really one of my favorite parts of that movie. Was it scary? I mean, depends on your tolerance for scariness. I wouldn't say it was like terrifying. There were a few moments that made me jump, but not anything, you know, not anything too extreme. If you're squeamish, you know, there's a lot of, you know, blah, but you know, sick movie though, man. Definitely recommend seeing that. Definitely recommend seeing that in theaters too, if you can, because as I mentioned, the sound design is so good that I don't know if it would translate as well at home. So maybe see that in theaters. Sinners, oh, real good. I can't find anywhere to sit. I'm just aimlessly walking around, talking to you about a vampire movie. This is, let's move on. Man, it's already Tuesday. I got to 2 indie bookstores. Was really hoping to get to a lot more. There's still time. I'm going to post this on Thursday. Maybe, but yeah, sorry, bit of a dud. That said, indie bookstores, especially the ones that focus on used books, man, the amount of books you can get. I mean, I really should buy. I'm lucky enough to live in an area where there are quite a few indie bookstores and ones that do specialize in used books. I need to definitely make a point on visiting these more often, because I think I picked up about 10 or 11 books this past week for maybe $60. You know, it's worth it. This place really makes me want to reread Jurassic Park by Michael Crichton again, which was one of my favorite books of last year. Very unsuspected because I've always loved the movie but didn't really expect much from the book. The book, it's one of the best things I've ever read. It's so entertaining. There's a lot of differences from the movie. If you feel like it might be a bit redundant reading the book because you've seen the movie so many times, read the book. It is, it's great. Second time seeing her today. Also, real quick WWE update. Really sweet Raw, actually. That was a great Raw. Kind of like a WrestleMania main event on a random Monday. We had Seth Rollins with Braun Breaker going up against Jey Uso, who just won the belt. It was great. I don't want to spoil anything if you haven't seen it, but okay, just close your ears if you haven't seen it. A winner wasn't really decided. CM Punk came out of nowhere, kind of saved the day, as he does, you know. Great ending, great Raw. Really excited for this Friday. And the, I forget what it's called, Unchained or something like that, is on Saturday. I'm shooting a wedding, so I'm going to miss it, but I'm looking forward to catching the highlights on Sunday, because there's some big matches there. I love wrestling.
My name is Rand. My favorite book is Captain Underpants because it's a really nice book to read. And I also like it because it's really fun because those two kids trying to help Captain Underpants. And I like the fourth starting of the movie because it's really good.
My name is Otis, and this is my favorite book. It's called Dog Man, and I really like it because it's cartooned.
It's a beautiful day here at Gage Park. Pardon?
I'm here for moral support.
You're here to talk books with me because the people want to hear what you have to say about romance. Excuse me.
Romance is dead.
So, for those that don't know, this is my beautiful wife, Lindsay. This is how she sits, which I don't really understand how you're doing that. I'm in a lot of pain right now, just sitting like this. That looks like it hurts a lot. What are you reading right now?
I'm still reading Wild and Wrangled.
By Lila Sage, who also wrote WWE Love Book. No,
that's Elsie Silver.
That's Elsie Silver. So Elsie Silver, that's the one I want to hear about. Elsie Silver wrote this book about a professional entertainment wrestler. Tell me more.
Reese Dupree, but he goes by he has an alias name that's not his real name, and he wears a mask, so nobody knows what he looks like. He's been a very recluse type of person, tries to fly under the radar. People just assume that he's like a grumpy guy with tattoos.
Like me. But sans muscle. I like Elsie Silver. She's Canadian too, I think.
So is Lila Sage.
They're both Canadians? Oh, that's cool.
Apparently Lila Sage was just here and did some event at Playhouse.
Actually?
Yeah.
Why do we keep missing this stuff? I never know when this stuff is happening.
I'm so mad about that.
Yeah. So, Lindsay, if someone came up to you on the street and was like, I know you read a boatload of romance books. I've never read a romance book in my life, but I want to fall in love with the genre of romance. Which book are you going to recommend they read?
A Simple Wild by K.A. Tucker or All Roads Lead Here by Mariana Zapata.
Nice. Spicy?
Yeah.
Like how detailed are we talking?
No.
Just oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
What if someone came up to you though and was like, that's nice, that's cute, but I want something disgusting. What's a good disgusting one?
Maybe The Sweetest Oblivion, which is book 1 in the Maid trilogy. What do you mean by detail?
I mean, what I mean detail, you know what I mean. It's very specific things are happening, and you're hearing about them.
I don't know if I've really read a full detailed. Oh shh!
What?
Get up! Take your shirt off! Take your shirt off!
What? Yeah. Did I get it? It's a jumping spider. It's not a giant spider.
I think I handled myself pretty well.
Okay. My friend Josh was at the park. Josh, I'm so sorry to do this to you. Okay, this is the guy who also has done every single Books Are Sick logo. So the book, Puking, just the book Walking, the axe chopping book,
And the spine breaker.
and the spine breaker. Yeah, the best one probably. Okay, so Josh, what are you reading right now?
I'm reading Outsider by Albert Camus. Camus?
I never know how to say it either.
I think it's Camus. Camus?
Can I read all?
I don't really know.
It's CAMUS,
Clearly, I'm not
right?
reading it right, but yeah. I'm reading that, and then I'm reading a Kurt Vonnegut book called, I don't remember the title of it. I just started like one page so
Were you
far.
saying it was the sci-fi one?
No, I already read that one. I have like most of his books, and this is one that's about like some dude who's hiding like this huge painting in his garage and isn't letting anyone know about it, and then his wife discovers it, and then I think like tries to convince him to like show the world. And it's like, I think he's like a war veteran or something. I'm just kind of like recalling what I remember because I read it like years ago, but I just don't. It's like silent.
Someone's
sirens
gonna
or
know.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a horrible memory.
You gave me this crazy one that I
Yeah,
haven't
you gotta
even looked
read
at
that.
yet.
It's so good.
I've had that on the bottom of my
It's so
shelf for like
huge.
months
It's
now.
a really, really well-written book.
Do you remember what that's called?
Monsters.
Monsters.
Or like Monster or something. It's by this guy who did like art in comic books for a long, long time, and it was kind of like his retirement book. Yeah. And it's-
Retirement books are usually pretty exciting.
Yeah, it was like his like big like this is like my book I've always wanted to make, and it's kind of just like what if Captain America was actually just like a messed up dude. Like it was just like he just like they tried to make a Captain America, but he turned out to be like this ugly monster, and the kid's just trying to deal with his life.
Sometimes those passion projects where a guy's like, this is what I've always wanted to write, that can go one of two ways. It's either going to be
Really
actually
bad or
amazing
really
or it's
good.
going to be terrible.
This one's actually amazing,
Yeah,
for sure.
okay.
There's like lots of gory stuff and lots of really sentimental stuff, and there's like family trauma. It all just is pretty much about the war. I don't know if like the guy who wrote it maybe like had a father who went to the war or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems pretty personal.
Seems like it.
Yeah. This one too, Siddhartha.
Siddhartha. by
Yeah,
Herman Hesse.
basically it's like his story of Buddha.
That guy almost has 900,000 ratings.
Dude, yeah, he's a huge. Oh, you mean this reviewer? Goodreads.
Wait, no, this book specifically.
Oh
I
yeah,
think. Yeah. That's insane. That's a massive number.
It's a very popular book.
Siddhartha by Herman Hesse. And
Yeah.
I've never, honestly, I don't know if
They're like super small.
Yeah.
They're like super quick to read. I mean, this one is literally just about like the Buddha and like him being, I don't know, like his journey. But it was very memorable.
Okay.
So that book is definitely earlier than the 80s. Okay, 1922. I thought you were just like scared upset. I thought you like scary books.
I like being scared too, but
Do you like actually
like it's things that
read
like will
something,
affect my nervous system.
like you don't like it just gets your heart rate going. Like you don't
Yeah.
jump.
I don't find them all that scary, honestly. It's hard for a book to be scary. I feel
Yeah.
like movies, because you got the visual, you got the sound,
Yeah.
the jump. You know,
Yeah,
books.
like,
It's
do
harder for a
people,
book
like,
to be scary.
Yeah, I like scary movies, but like like what do they set it up so like as soon as you turn that page, that's when they say the scary part?
That would be clever, but
Like,
it's
maybe
kind of more.
yeah. Someone has to write like a jump scare book. Yeah,
But you just turn the page
throw
and it's
scary
like, boo.
pictures. Yeah,
Yeah.
like a pop-up book.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like a pop-up kind of whatever it is jumping you in the
Yeah.
face or something. No jump scare, and the chat was just talking about this one, The Odyssey, Homer. This is the Emily Wilson translation. She's pretty. This author's pretty popular, isn't she?
Oh, that cover is sick.
Oh, that is sick. I mean, it's just the movie cover, but it looks better somehow.
But it's dark.
Yeah.
Like it's.
Oh yeah, that's what it is. The water's not as blue. It's a signed Carly Fortune book here.
She's Canadian.
Carly, go figure. Kind of pretty.
That's pretty.
I Spy It, The Possession. Oh, that My Friend's book is out. Do either of you have like a definitive favorite book of all time, if anyone asks you?
The sigh.
Stressful
The
question
sigh.
I've ever had. Oh my gosh.
The collective sigh.
The last time somebody asked me that, though, I said, we've always lived in the castle by Shirley Jackson.
Oh,
Perfect, like classic creepy vibes.
Yeah.
Kitchen by Banana Hashimoto. A Japanese author. I don't know if
Oh,
you ever...
I love Japanese fiction.
Oh, have you done Banana Hashimoto yet?
No.
Oh, you really should. It's like contemporary slice of life, and it's just Kitchen's about like two people who come together and are just like, they have different walks of life. I don't want to spoil it, but there's just so much like tenderness, introspection. It's very peaceful.
I love
I find
that.
Japanese authors very peaceful.
Yes.
I really like that.
Thanks, guys. Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, have a good one. All right, guys, so that's going to wrap it up for vlog 3. I hope you enjoyed whatever that was, you know. Just a bunch of, I don't know, I guess that's what a vlog is, right? Just a bunch of random videos from my week. But I did end up picking up my friends from Epic Books on Lock Street here in Hamilton. Frederick Bachman, man, I loved Beartown so much. I thought Beartown was one of the better books I read last year. And from what I've heard of this one, I think Freddie is saying this is the best thing he's ever written. Might be the best thing he's ever written. It's right up my alley. It's called My Friends. I'm going to dive right into it. He's a great writer. He's a really great writer. Really able to get in touch with your like whatevers, you know, it's great. So looking forward to checking out that. I also grabbed a few other books that weren't on the video that I wanted to mention real quick. I picked up this one called The Heart in the Heart. What is it? The Heart of the Country. In the Heart of the Country. You know what I mean? This is by William H. Gass. This is a collection of short stories. This is my pal Adam says this is just incredible, and that he thinks that William H. Gass is kind of better known for short stories. William H. Gass apparently felt like his short stories were where he, you know, shine brightest. So looking forward to checking out that collection. And I also picked up this one here. This is Hitman Bret Hart, the best there is, the best there was, the best there ever will be. I'm looking forward to reading this because I'm just so into the world of WWE right now. Look at that picture, you know? What a guy. Canadian wrestler, maybe the best wrestler of all time, I don't know. I just rewatched his battle against Steve Austin in the 90s or whatever. It is one of the greatest matches I've ever seen. Even if you don't like WWE, I would go and watch that one. It is like so dramatic. It is so good. I loved it. I loved it so much. Can't wait to check this out. And so that was kind of my week. I've got a wedding tomorrow. Tomorrow is Saturday. Back to my regular life a little bit here. So things are about to get that much more busy, but that's okay. Whatever. Next week, what I plan to do, maybe, I don't want to like give any like false hope or whatever, but I want to go to the park and just ask random people there what their favorite book is. It's such a generic question to ask, but I love asking the question. I love hearing people's answers. So I might do that. I might try and ask as many people as possible and make like a giant video of just everybody, all these random people's favorite books, you know, maybe help people get a bit of a TBR going. All right, so thanks for watching vlog 3, guys. You know what I mean? Appreciate you guys tuning in. I got these little cards here for when I'm sending out sticker packs. It says thanks, you are now cooler than your friends. So those will go in the sticker packs. And yeah, packaging is just a never-ending situation. So stuff is on the way, but holy smokes, it takes forever. I appreciate you guys so much. Oh, there is a pre-order up right now too. I should mention that for the Axe shirts. It's a new shirt, so the link will be down below. It is a pre-sale, so just be forewarned. It takes, you know, it's going to take me about 4 or 5 weeks to actually get the stuff in to ship out, but now is the only time you can order them, because once the pre-sales close, it's done and won't be up again for months or years. I have no idea. So Axe book shirts up right now if you're interested. Patreon, I always have to mention the Patreon, I'm sorry. Also, if you could like and subscribe. Also, if you want to sign up for the Patreon, you can do that. It's a really cool place. I spend a ridiculous amount of time there. You get access to the Discord if you get in. We do lives. They can do live videos on there now, which we did one last night. It was really fun. And it's just a really fun book community to hang out in. But no pressure. The link will be down below as well. Oh, you know, I hope you just have the best week, you know. And I hope that I do too. Maybe not, though. You never know what's going to happen in life. So, well, see ya.